What's up, guys? Good morning. We're here, Roosevelt Lake. It's spring. Have not been fishing in Arizona in a little while. I've been back east fishing tournaments, so I've been missing my home lakes. I've gotten a day to kill here, so figured I'd come up here and make a video. The significance of this video is what's going on with the lake right now. The lake has come up probably 40 or 50 feet this year. I would say 40 feet this spring alone. Last video I did on this place, the water level was probably 55%. It's 100% full now. You're gonna see this flooded, awesome, brush-filled lake, whereas it looked kind of like a desert lake last time we were fishing. So kind of cool. It can bring some challenges too, right? I mean, you have the same amount of fish and a lot more water and a lot more cover for the fish to get into. So we're gonna talk about how we break that down and see if we can't yank on a few fish before I have to go back east. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, leave a comment down below, and let's go catch some fish. All right, first cast of the day, guys. You can see all this flooded brush. I mean, we are fishing a flooded lake. The good thing is the water's been stable. You know, it got high a couple weeks ago and it's been high. So the fish are used to it now. The water's still dirty. We're gonna start out with this Berkley Power Blade right here. You can see I've got a Colorado Indiana combo right there. Chartreuse and white skirt. That's a dirty water spinnerbait for sure. You can feel it thump. It's a good Roosevelt fish, guys. Oh, come here. Pushing 3 pounds. Maybe not quite, but solid fish up under that tree right there. So I switched to the slobber knocker. The water got a little bit clearer, and I don't know, they just weren't eating the spinnerbait that good. So switch to this thing, and the big benefit you're gonna get with a slobber knocker when you're fishing around a lot of wood like this is the way that head is hinged like this. You can see the way that head's hinged. When this thing hits a piece of wood, instead of rolling to the side, that head, or that blade, I should say, is going to take that impact rather than rolling the bait to the side. So kind of hard to explain. The engineers at Berkley could explain it better, but long story short, this thing works a lot better in wood than most other vibrating jigs. A situation like this, that's huge. If you get hung up, you know, 25% less or 50% less over the course of a day, it's a lot more time in productive water. All right, guys, so we talked about it earlier. We were going to use reaction to get into a zone with some fish. Now that we're in a pocket that does have some fish, we've got the pit boss out. We're going to slow it down and see if we can just kind of capitalize even a little bit more. We're going to, oh my gosh, I just had one pick it up right there and I missed him. Let's see if that thing's going to come back. A lot of times this time of year they will. Oh. Anyways, we're gonna slowly work our way through here and see if we can't catch more fish with a Texas rig. That was quick. That was quick, guys. Male. Always gonna flip right back into where I just had that bite this time of year. I mean, it's a good practice to do all the time, but this time of year, if that's a male on a bed, you flip onto a bed and you don't realize it's a bed, but you flip onto a bed and a 1.5 pound male grabs it and you catch him. That female may still be sitting on the bed. You may be able to flip back up there and get her. Doesn't obviously happen every time, but often enough that it's worth doing. So we're about an hour into the day and you know, not a bad start. We've had several bites, caught 4 or 5 fish, missed a couple more. Definitely seems like in this first area anyways, the fish were much further back into the pocket. You know, I started way outside, worked my way back in, and once I got about halfway back, I started getting bit. Caught everything in the back half and I fished all the way back out and didn't catch anything on the outside. So there's always going to be like smaller spawning pockets and stuff right off the main lake that are good, but as far as like that bigger creek slash pocket we just went into, 100% the better action was further back in there. It took me a second to realize this one was here. A little bit better fish. They are very tight to the cover today. I mean, like right on it, right in it. Had a couple of them eat the vibrating jig, but even those fish were like back in. I had to make a real tight, accurate cast to get them. And of course, the flipping fish, they've been in there real tight. I'll catch them like this all day, though. I really enjoy it. Not really a better way to catch them, in my opinion. I mean, I love to catch schools of fish deep, but it is fun to flip. All right, so we fished, I think 5 or 6 bays or creeks or pockets, whatever you want to call them, and we only caught fish in 2 of them. One we caught 4 fish, had a few other bites, and one we had caught 2 fish. So it goes to show how spread out these fish can be right now. You know, it's been an okay morning, but we've only caught fish in 2 of the 6 areas that we fished. Just another example. I know I keep talking about it, but you gotta keep moving. Move. Gotta keep moving this time of year when you've got a flooded lake situation like this. Where's Mama? Okay guys, so if you look at this stretch, I've had 3 bites down it, and it's got a couple things going. It's protected. You've got an actual bank. You've got a good hard bank for the fish to get up onto and spawn. You know, there's some brush, but it's got a hard bank, and that's really critical. Another critical thing is the way the sun hits it. This is on the northwest side of the lake, north side of the lake, so it's going to get a lot of sunlight. Whereas the other side, you know, there's probably a couple fish on it, but does not have the sun shining on this all day like this side does. The water warms up a little faster over here. It's a really good looking stretch. We've already had a couple bites. Looks like someone else might have caught him. He's real stressed out. Oh. 2-minute penalty. Fish landing violation. Another 2 minutes. Let them go over the rail. My bad. Oh my gosh. I watched him eat it. That was so sick. I saw this fish just sunning, and I threw the bait by him, and he just came over, and like the fish was sunning on the surface. I threw the bait by him, and I watched him dart down and eat it. Slobber knocker. There's the fish of the day right there. Post spawn female. You can see her tail is all red. She spawned probably a 4-pounder. All right, so the wind started to really blow hard out of the south, right into the areas that I was fishing. You can almost feel like the pressure starting to drop. A couple clouds are starting to roll in, and they called for a lot of wind today. So I'm gonna throw a reaction here for the last hour. Picked up the slobber knocker, and we're gonna run reaction for the rest of the day. It's 11 o'clock, fish till noon, so let's try to get a couple. Another big one. Definitely was the move to make. Boy, I've been throwing this slobber knocker for like 15 minutes. That's a good one. Caught a 4. Saw an absolute giant that just saw the bait too late right at the boat, and he didn't eat it. But boy, we talked about it earlier. You know, I said I could flip all day, and the conditions changed, and I'm glad I changed because our best 3 bites, or our best 2 bites of the day, have come in the last 15 minutes on something else. All right, guys, I think it's gonna wrap it up for today. It's been a super fun morning, really. I miss fishing. I miss fishing these lakes. Whenever I'm in the middle of the tournament season, it drives me nuts because I'm missing the good spring fishing, and today was just a classic spring day on a full Lake Roosevelt. You know, it didn't, you know, it wasn't like an epic day, but it was just a good day. I probably caught 15 or 20 fish flipping, you know, another handful on the vibrating jig, and you know, we only fished 4 or 5 hours. So this place it's not popping off, but it's close to popping off, and I mean, it's fishing good. If you get the chance to come up here, you know, honestly, it's going to be good for a while. But this spring, if you can come up here, there's going to be a lot of fish shallow. You got to move, you got to cover some water, and that's what we saw today. I mean, we caught our fish basically in 4 or 5 different areas, and we fished probably 12 to 15 areas. All the fish came out of 4 or 5 areas. So the fish are spread out. When you get into a good area that's got them, there's usually multiples there, it seems like. But fish shallow, cover water, and hey, we'll be back at you guys soon. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, let me know in the comments what else you want to see, and we'll be back at you guys really soon. Thanks again for watching.